Welcome to Wakaati Entertainment Gist. On the headlines, Odumodublvck to perform in concert headlined by Drake. Sensational countdown hits milestones in music chart. CEO of X steps down after 2 years. And in sports, Randy Couture hospitalized following high-speed crash during practice. The news in details. Odumodublvck has been announced as one of the stars that will perform at the 2025 Wireless Festival in the United Kingdom. The festival will be headlined by Drake, who will have 3 different sets in 3 days in what will be the first of its kind performance. Reacting to being named on the stage, Odumodublvck shared on his X page that Drake put him on the stage. This is huge for the rapper, who is currently the face of Nigerian hip-hop, as his music has earned him cosigns from global rap stars Skepta, Stormzy, Dave, and Rick Ross. The 2025 Wireless Festival will be held from July 11 to July 13 at the famous Finsbury Park in London, as this year marks the 20th anniversary of the festival. Burna Boy will also be gracing the stage alongside UK grime legends Boy Better Know, Popcorn, Vybz Kartel, and more. Chris Brown's Sensational featuring Davido and Lojay has now sold 1 million units in the United States. The song was released in 2023 as one of the lead singles for Chris Brown's 11:11 album. The song earned an award for Best Duo, Group, or Collaboration, Contemporary, and Best Music Video at the 2024 NAACP Awards. It also earned a nomination for Best African Music Performance at the 2024 Grammys. Its commercial success in the US is captured by its entry on the Billboard Hot 100, which earned Davido and Lojay their first entry on the charts. Earlier in the year, both Lojay and Davido joined Chris Brown on stage to perform the song at his sold-out concert at the FNB Stadium, which Davido and Lojay were also brought out at the record-breaking concert. Similarly, since its release in 2022 as one of the lead singles of Rema's debut album Raves and Roses, Calm Down with Selena Gomez has now sold 8 million units. This is another major feat for the global hit record, which made history by becoming the first African song to surpass 1 billion streams in the country, marking a landmark moment for the hitmaker and Nigerian music. Calm Down Remix enjoyed massive success in the US, where it spent over 52 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100. Its number 3 peak on the chart also became the highest peak for a Nigerian song and the second for an African song, just behind Hugh Masekela's 1968 record, Grazing in the Grass, which reached number 1. Rema's Calm Down holds multiple records, including the most streamed Afrobeats song on Spotify with its record-breaking 1 billion streams, while also surpassing 2 billion streams across both versions. It also holds the record for the most viewed Nigerian music video on YouTube, with over 928 million views. With Calm Down selling 8 million units in the United States, Rema continues to edge closer to making history as the first African artist to have a diamond certified song in the United States. Calm Down is now tied with CK's Love Nwantiti as the highest certified African song in the US. It also heats up the race between both songs for which will be the first African song to get an RIAA Diamond certification. Linda Yaccarino, Chief Executive of Elon Musk-owned social network X, has announced her resignation. She announced it on Wednesday, July 9. She resigned after 2 years in the position. Yaccarino did not give a reason for her departure, but she did note the company was entering a new chapter following its recent acquisition by Musk's artificial intelligence company, XAI. In a post on X announcing her departure, Yaccarino thanked Musk for the opportunity. When Musk and I first spoke of his vision for X, I knew it would be the opportunity of a lifetime to carry out the extraordinary mission of this company. I'm immensely grateful to him for entrusting me with the responsibility of protecting free speech, turning the company around and transforming X into the everything app, Yaccarino said. Elon Musk, who is the wealthiest person in the world who runs Tesla and SpaceX, named Yaccarino as CEO in May 2023, just months after Musk acquired X in a $44 billion deal from Jack Dorsey. Yaccarino, a former NBC Universal advertising executive, took over as X's CEO in June 2023, replacing Musk, who had been serving in the role since his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter in October 2022. Her appointment came as Musk sought to focus on product development while bringing in an experienced media manager to restore advertiser confidence. During her tenure, X introduced new features including community notes, a crowdsourced facts-checking system, and announced plans for X Money, a financial services feature as part of Musk's vision to transform the platform into an everything app. Brazil manager Carlo Ancelotti has been sentenced to 1 year in prison for tax fraud. The 66-year-old former Real Madrid coach was accused of failing to pay tax on his image rights revenues and was found guilty of tax fraud dating back to 2014 when he was in charge of Los Blancos. Ancelotti was also accused of misleading the Spanish tax office to avoid paying over €833,000 in income tax. He strongly denied any wrongdoing, insisting that he had not broken the law due to not spending the 183 days in Spain that demanded tax. He has admitted he did not pay enough tax in 2014 and blamed doing so on errors from his accountants. Ancelotti is likely to receive a suspended sentence as, under Spanish law, any sentence under 2 years for a non-violent crime rarely requires a defendant without previous convictions to serve jail term. Ancelotti spent 3 years in his first spell as Madrid boss before leaving in 2016 to take charge of Bayern Munich for a season. Following spells with Napoli and a shock return to Premier League with Everton, he returned to the Santiago Bernabeu in 2021. He is now the manager of Brazil after taking over this year and looks set to lead them into the 2026 World Cup. UFC Hall of Fame Randy Couture has been hospitalized with serious injuries following a high-speed crash during a practice season at a racetrack in Kansas City. TMZ reports that the 62-year-old former fighter, actor, and U.S. Army veteran was preparing for his debut season in the National Hot Rod Association when the incident occurred on Tuesday. Couture was behind the wheel of a car that was completely wrecked in the crash. The exact cause of the accident remains unclear. Reports say Couture suffered first and second degree burns, trauma-related injuries, and smoke inhalation. As a result, he was immediately airlifted to a nearby burn center where he is currently receiving treatment. Despite the severity of his injuries, sources close to the situation say he is expected to make a full recovery. Couture is known for his competitive drive as he had recently taken up professional drag racing, undergoing the licensing process to compete in the Pro Stock division of the NHRA. Just months ago, Skag Racing was announced Couture as part of its promote program for the 2025 season. This is a new way to tackle that competitive spirit that I've had most of my life. A new place for me to get competitive and make a mark in racing, Couture said at the time of the announcement. I'll bring all the things I developed as a wrestler and martial artist into this realm and see what we can do. I have no idea how it's going to go, but I'm excited about the opportunities. Couture is also one of the most decorated athletes in mixed martial arts history. He was among the first wave of stars in the UFC, where he captured 6 championship titles. His transition to motorsports was seen as a bold next chapter in a storied career that has spanned combat sports, film, and now racing. And that's it on Wakaati Entertainment Gist. See you next time.